Good afternoon and welcome to the official opening of the Master Degree Communication and Valorization of the Mediterranean Cultural Heritage. I am Giuliana Fiorentino, Professor of Linguistics at University of Molise, Italy. And in this project, I am serving as coordinator of the project which has realized the Master Degree. I want to welcome everybody, thank students, colleagues, administrative staff involved both in the Master and in the Cudimha project. I also want to give a special welcome to Mrs. Carla Giulietti, who is the project officer of the Cudimha project in Brussels, and also to Mr. Abel Alimi, the national representative of EACEA in Tunisia. Please let me very warmly thank all directors, presidents, and representatives of several institutions that in Tunisia are involved in the heritage and who have been and will be involved in different ways in our Master. The Master Communication and Valorization of the Mediterranean Cultural Heritage is completely funded by the Erasmus Plus program, and it is the main output of the project, a project which started exactly 2 years ago in November 2018. Cudimha project involves 9 partners from both sides of the Mediterranean Sea. I listed them, and later each institution will introduce itself. On the African side of the sea, we have as partners 4 public universities: the University of Carthage in Tunis, the University of Gabes, University of Sfax, University of Monastir. The last 3 ones situated in the homonymous towns. Then, on the other side of our common sea, we have 5 partners: UNIMOL, a public university in the middle of Italy; UNINT, a private university in Rome; FORMIT, a private foundation for education operating in Rome; and then, last but not least, University of Alicante in Spain, and the Linguistic Center of Masaryk University in Brno, Czech Republic. The project acronym Cudimha, Curriculum Development and Innovative Master in History and Archaeology, clearly focuses, please the microphone, clearly focus the essence and the main output of the project. That is the creation of a master degree in the 2 subjects, history and archaeology, and at the same time aiming at innovation. After a period of studying the situation of teaching of history and archaeology in Tunisian higher education institution, we have called the baseline study this document, which was done essentially during the preparation period and led by University of Alicante. All partners decided through an evolving and fruitful discussion that innovation might be realized in 3 ways. First, making digital skills strongly interact with heritage. We can refer to this aspect as virtual heritage competencies that you find developed as teaching units in the Master. And making digital innovation interact with languages, for example, paying attention at automatic translation or including special language of tourism storytelling. And also make digital skills interact with visual communication and verbal communication. Secondly, a second aspect of innovation, we aim at creating a new professional who not necessarily is a former archaeologist, who wants to appropriately communicate and valorize the heritage of his/her community through websites, social media, audio guides, promotional videos, etc., in a tourist and in an economic perspective. This is why we teach cultural management in our master. And we promote as much as possible an interdisciplinary view on heritage, which also includes immaterial heritage and not only material patrimonio. And thirdly, we have indirectly promoted innovation in the teaching learning system of our universities by having organized the master's degree as a blended course, which means that some activities are in presence and others are in distance learning. In particular, we have developed a whole semester 30 ECTS on an e-learning platform. And this was decided even before the pandemic emergency and shown us how relevant it is for a university to be comfortable with the distance technologies of teaching and learning. We will present in a few minutes in a dedicated session the platform and how it works so that students starting from today or tomorrow can start their semester. And especially I want to highlight that we want to share with you the idea that students must be responsible and autonomous in order to succeed the semester. This is also an innovative aspect that we want to promote in this master degree. I've concluded my words. I just want to tell you how the agenda goes ahead. We will give a general overview of the master, then the presentation of institutions involved in the master and in the project will follow. Then we also want that students can meet today the teachers that they will follow the classes, the lessons during the first semester. And at 4, we will open a session of introduction to the e-learning platform, whose access is via credentials that you have already received or that you will be given no later than tomorrow. And we want to present the platform both from a pedagogical and from a technical and practical point of view. And finally, there will be a question session that will close the meeting. Now, before I ask to Professor Tarek Watour to introduce the structure of the master, please let me invite Mrs. Carla Giulietti from the Erasmus Plus program in Brussels, and then Mr. Adel Alimi from the National Erasmus Plus program in Tunisia to welcome you. Thank you very much for your attention.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, very well.
Okay.
Hello.
So I'm Carla Giulietti from the executive agency. I'm very happy that you invited me to this official opening of the master. I'm very happy because I think that this project is really promising. I have followed the project from the very beginning. I remember many conversations, an intense exchange of email with the coordinator, Professor Giuliana, and I think that this project really means a lot for us. First of all, because as you know, we have much more projects in scientific disciplines as engineering, in hard sciences, and we don't have enough projects in this kind of subjects, humanities, literature or languages and so on. So this is for us a very promising project because that was largely underexploited by the previous projects, and also because I experienced from the very beginning the real collaboration, the real work that you did together collegially. Sometimes we can notice that the work in the projects, in the capacity building projects, it's a work that is carried out in a parallel way in the different institutions. Everybody is doing a little piece on his own, separately, and at the end, everybody is putting together, and sometimes the global pictures is not as good as you would expect. I know that in this project you have worked very closely and very collegially from the very beginning, and you have built your project. You have sometimes changed the direction compared to the initial ideas, but that is normal. The way is constructed day by day when there is really a strong collaboration. So I'm very pleased to be with you, and I would like to wish you all success, and to say to you that we expect very much from this project, that it is a promising project. I'm sure you will deliver good results. And I would like to congratulate you because despite the challenging times we are living, you could keep the schedule, even without the pandemic that is really hitting very hard on both shores of the Mediterranean. Even without even with the pandemic, you could maintain the schedule that was foreseen. So of course, you know that you can benefit of some extra time, because in these specific circumstances of the pandemic, it is more than likely that you need to have extra time compared to the 3 initial years. But I would like to congratulate you all and your excellent coordinator, because you could keep the schedule of the regular starting of the new masters. So I stop here, and I'm delighted to hear from you more details. Thank you very much for inviting me, and congratulations, and I wish you every success.